The 10 Pillars of Stoicism. Discover ancient wisdom. Stoicism, a philosophy over 2,000 years old, is more relevant today than ever. In a world full of distractions and constant pressure, the teachings of Stoicism offer a path to resilience, inner peace, and lasting happiness. In this video, we will explore the 10 Pillars of Stoicism, guiding principles that can help you navigate life's complexities with courage, wisdom, and integrity. Get ready to discover how the ancient Stoics can help you overcome adversity, find inner peace, and live a meaningful life. Wisdom, the pursuit of self-knowledge. Imagine for a moment that you are an archer about to shoot an arrow. Wisdom in the Stoic context is the bow you hold in your hands. It is the constant search for self-knowledge, understanding your strengths and weaknesses, your values and aspirations. The first step on this path of wisdom is to acknowledge that we don't know everything. Socrates himself said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." It is in the humility of recognizing our limitations that we open our minds to continuous learning. Wisdom is not about having all the answers, but about knowing how to ask the right questions. Question your motives, your reactions, your judgments. Why do you feel what you feel? Why do you act the way you do? By constantly examining yourself, you begin to distinguish the essential from the superfluous, the true from the false. You learn to live by your values and make choices that lead to a happier and more fulfilling life. Courage. Facing the unknown with a calm mind. Courage for the Stoics is not defined by the absence of fear, but by the ability to act in spite of it. Imagine yourself facing an imposing wall. Fear could paralyze you, preventing you from moving forward. Courage is the act of climbing that wall, stone by stone, even if fear is present. Life constantly challenges us, unexpected obstacles, painful losses, bitter failures. Stoicism teaches us not to run away from these trials, but to face them with courage. How to cultivate this courage? By accepting that uncertainty is part of life. By reminding ourselves that we do not control external events, but that we have the power to choose our reaction. Every challenge overcome, every fear conquered, strengthens our courage and brings us closer to the virtuous life we aspire to live. Justice, acting with fairness and integrity. Imagine a perfectly balanced scale. Justice in Stoic philosophy is represented by this scale. It calls us to act with fairness, to treat others with respect, and to contribute to the common good. Justice begins with oneself. To be just to oneself is to live in accordance with one's values. It is to refuse to be corrupted by selfishness and greed. Then justice extends to our interactions with others. It is about treating each individual with dignity and respect, regardless of their social status, their origins, or their opinions. Justice is also recognizing that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. It is about contributing to society, to our community, to humanity as a whole. By living with justice, we create a fairer and more harmonious world, not only for ourselves, but for all those around us. Imagine a Roman chariot racing at full speed. Temperance is the charioteer who holds the reins firmly, preventing the chariot from deviating from its path. It is the ability to control our impulses, to resist excesses, and to find balance in all aspects of our life. Temperance applies to our desires, our emotions, our words, and our actions. It is not about suppressing our desires, but about channeling them in a healthy and productive way. For example, temperance in pleasure does not mean total abstinence, but the ability to enjoy life's pleasures in moderation, without being dominated by them. Temperance in speech translates into the ability to choose our words carefully, to avoid gossip and hurtful words. By practicing temperance, we become masters of ourselves, able to live with intention and make informed choices that contribute to our long-term well-being. Imagine a sculptor carving a block of raw marble. Discipline is the chisel that transforms raw material into a work of art. It is the ability to persevere despite difficulties, to stay focused on our goals and to do what is necessary, even when we don't feel like it. Discipline is essential for achieving our goals, whether personal or professional. It allows us to overcome procrastination, distraction, and the temptation of ease. How to cultivate discipline? By establishing routines, by setting clear goals, and by dividing complex tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Discipline is not about forcing yourself to do something you hate, but rather about giving yourself the means to accomplish what is important to you. It is an act of self-love and respect for our potential. Imagine a stream flowing tirelessly, going around rocks and obstacles in its path. Perseverance is that unwavering strength that allows us to keep moving forward even when difficulties mount and doubt sets in. Life is a journey full of pitfalls. There will be times when you will want to give up, where discouragement will get the better of you. It is in these moments that perseverance is most crucial. Perseverance does not mean blindly going ahead, but rather adapting to circumstances, learning from our mistakes and finding new solutions to overcome obstacles. Keep in mind your why. Why did you embark on this journey? What is the goal you want to achieve? By constantly reminding yourself of your deepest motivations, you will find the strength to persevere. Imagine a gardener planting a seed and waiting patiently for it to germinate, grow, and bloom. Patience is this ability to accept that some things take time, not to give in to the frustration of everything right now, and to trust in the natural process of life. Patience is a virtue often overlooked in our modern world, obsessed with speed and immediacy. We want instant results, instant gratification. However, patience teaches us that the most precious things in life take time. Patience is not passivity, but the ability to act with discernment at the right time. It is knowing how to wait for the right time to act, without rushing or giving in to impatience. By cultivating patience, we learn to appreciate the present moment, to savor the journey rather than just focusing on the final destination. Imagine an unshakable rock facing the tumultuous waves of the ocean. Acceptance is that quiet strength that allows us to face life's difficulties with serenity, accepting what we cannot control. Life is full of surprises. Unfortunate events can occur, situations can get out of our control. Acceptance does not mean passive resignation, but rather the wisdom to distinguish what we can change from what we cannot change. By accepting what we cannot control, we free up considerable energy that we can then channel into positive action. We stop fighting windmills and focus on what is really important. Acceptance is making peace with reality even when it does not meet our expectations. It is an act of liberation that allows us to live more peacefully even in the face of adversity. Imagine a ray of sunshine piercing the dark clouds. Gratitude is that inner light that illuminates our lives, even in the most difficult of times. It is the ability to appreciate the simple things, to recognize the blessings we receive each day, and to express our gratitude for the people who enrich our lives. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity and pessimism. When we focus on what we have, rather than what we lack, we open our hearts to joy, contentment, and inner peace. Take the time each day to write down 3 things you are grateful for. It can be small things like a good meal, a smile exchanged with a stranger, or the birds singing in the morning. By cultivating gratitude, we transform our outlook on the world and open our hearts to an abundance of happiness and satisfaction. Imagine a calm and peaceful lake whose surface reflects the beauty of the starry sky. Tranquility is that state of inner peace, serenity, and harmony that comes from putting into practice the previous 9 pillars. Tranquility is not the absence of problems or difficulties in our lives, but rather the ability to face them with calmness, courage, and wisdom. It is the unwavering confidence that we are equipped to overcome life's challenges and that everything will work out in the end. Tranquility is a state of mind that we cultivate through the constant practice of Stoic virtues. By living with wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, discipline, perseverance, patience, acceptance, and gratitude, we create the inner conditions conducive to peace and lasting happiness. Tranquility is the ultimate goal of Stoicism. It is the reward of a life lived in accordance with nature, with reason, and with virtue. Stoicism is not just a philosophy to be studied, it is a way of life to be fully embraced. By integrating these 10 pillars into your daily life, you will discover a path to a richer, more meaningful, and more serene life. The journey begins now. Take the time to reflect on these teachings, to meditate on them, and to put them into practice in your life. To deepen your exploration of Stoicism, I invite you to watch my next video, which focuses on putting Stoic exercises into practice in everyday life. Together, let's continue to learn, to grow, and to live a life worthy of being lived.